Hey guys, Daev'ja with another Destiny 2 Joker's Wild video, showing off another brand new weapon, and of course we're looking at the energy SMG that everyone's been talking about. Okay, no, it's not the recluse, but we are looking at the bug out bag. The bug out bag is the new Gambit Prime SMG. It's a 900 RPM adaptive frame. Y'all saw my Hero's Burden video. If you didn't, check it out. I loved that gun, and this is just like that. I got extended and small bore, surprisingly liked small bore, extended mag, flared magwell, liked flared magwell. I got a threat detector, which I love on SMGs, and I also got one of the brand new perks, Demolitionist. And what it does is kills with this weapon generates grenade energy, along with activating your grenade fully reloads the weapon, and that's really cool, and I was really excited to use it. I have the ornament, here's it without, here's how it looks, but actually rocking the ornament and rocking Mad Monk of all shaders is actually how, I just love how it looks. It's got an amazing aesthetic to it. So the reason I love Demolitionist is because of suppressor grenades. I don't think I need to explain why suppressor grenades are so special and why having them up all the time is important, but what I will mention really quickly is the reason I ended up trying this gun whatsoever. I got this gun and I did not care at all. I just was like, okay, whatever, I got a bad roll on it. Didn't really think about it, and for some reason I was thinking about threat detector as a bad perk. I love threat detector on SMGs, so I was just overlooking this gun, but my friends invited me to play competitive with them. And granted, I normally go for the pinnacle reward solo, but at this point I've done it enough that I'm completely content with myself as a player. And I was like, sure, you know, I'll play comp with my friends. Sounds like a good time. And I was like, with the loadout with Ace, I was like, okay, so I need something for close quarters. And I was like, I could run a shotgun, or I could try this thing out. And I was like, Demolitionist, like, how good will this perk be? And I can answer that question for you. Demolitionist, upon getting a kill, if you have already used your grenade, gives about 10 to 20% grenade energy, which isn't an insane amount, but it's pretty good, honestly. It's just free grenade energy. You can use it, and then if you get a single kill with it, you'll probably have it before they have a super or anything like that. And obviously, if you watch some of my other videos where I'm playing in my Warlock, you guys know I love having my grenade up all the time. I run mostly Ordnance mods on my Warlock. I don't care about super mods. I just want to get charged Cataclysm grenades out. And honestly, I feel kind of the same way about suppressor grenades on my Titan. For the time, I wasn't running Armamentarium, honestly, just because I kind of forgot it existed and I was just running Dune Marchers. But when I go back into competitive, I'm definitely going to be running Armamentarium because suppressor grenades end up playing a really big role in competitive because chaining supers is very prevalent. Threat detector, you already know what that perk does. Threat detector obviously gives you increased reload speed, stability, and handling when you're near enemies, stacking up no matter how many more there are. And obviously, you just know why that's good on SMGs. They're close quarters weapons. You're just about always going to be getting Threat Detector 1 and potentially Threat Detector 3 procced, and that's just a direct buff to the gun's stats, so you really can't argue with it as a perk. So this isn't like a god roll or anything. I'm just talking about why I ended up trying out this weapon and why I ended up falling pretty head over heels for it, because what I thought was just a mediocre roll ended up being exactly what I needed for the day, and it ended up working incredibly well, and I was very happy with it. After this quick play game, there's actually a couple clips from comp, just some notable moments, and even just a little bit of hammerhead footage. But let's talk about this weapon overall. So I'm going to compare it directly to the Hero's Burden. It's the same archetype, and it's got very similar stats all around. I feel like the Hero's Burden, generally, it's easier to get a better roll and have better stats. Base stats are just a little bit better than this thing, but I would still go ahead and say that if you don't have the Hero's Burden, or if you just like solar weapons because this one is solar, then absolutely give this thing a try. Along with it has some of the new perks, and let's talk about the curated real quick. The curated comes with slideways and multi-kill clips, so I don't know how that would be for PvE, maybe not for Gambit, because it feels like the ads in Gambit are a little bit tankier than normal, but I do feel like in regular PvE it's probably pretty good, and in PvP you'll probably notice multi-kill clip proccing just for that little bit of damage every now and then. It's not as noticeable as something like kill clip, but it'll probably be noticeable as something like Rampage. And there's one thing I always like to say. There's no reason to complain about getting free damage, you know? Like, there's never any reason to complain that your gun is just doing more damage, right? Those perks will always be good, because who doesn't like doing more damage? But obviously you don't need an extra damage perk on one of these SMGs because it is a 900 RPM adaptive frame, which are generally the best RPM or archetype overall of SMGs. They feel the strongest stat-wise, damage-wise, time to kill, and they're overall very consistent with how they play, and they feel really good compared to the other ones. So you may be asking, like, why use an SMG? And to that I say, well, in case you forgot, shotguns just got nerfed. Shotguns are still strong, yeah, but they don't have the range that they had, right? Their range got hit, even if just by a little bit. That means that's a little bit more range that SMGs just outcompete them, so that's exciting to do. Along with if you have a perk like Kill Clip or something, you can kill one, reload quickly, and then be able to melt down another one rushing you as you speak. Or if you specifically like the ape playstyle, try an SMG, man. You can ape with an SMG, and it's fun. It is a different experience, but still the same thing as running a shotgun with it. It's just different, you know? It's nice to mix things up, and it still feels satisfying, and you can chain kill clips, and it's overall a really good time to try out. So, reasons to use this are it's new, it looks cool, it's got new perks, and it's actually pretty good. As I have mentioned and prefaced many times, I am a big fan of red dot sights, and guess what? This gun has a nice and pretty red dot sight, so obviously I'm a big fan. It also has some pretty good accuracy firing from the hip, mostly because threat detector is always active, giving me that handling and stability, letting me spray them down, and even from the air with threat detector ×1 proc, it ends up being pretty nice. So when it comes to putting a mod on this weapon, I personally went with a radar booster so I can abuse my radar while I'm firing from the hip. Like I said, it feels pretty good in air and from the hip with threat detector, so I didn't feel it was necessary to do a hip fire grip or an Icarus grip. Another good contender for a PvE build or just in general would be a backup mag mod. I think a backup mag mod would be pretty good on this thing because it does have a little bit of a low magazine for how fast it ends up firing. But it has a pretty good base reload speed already, along with there are a ton of perks that can make it a little bit better. You could have an exotic that reloads stuff for you, like Peacekeepers, Transversive Steps, Lunafactions, or you could just dodge on a Hunter. So really, I don't think a backup mag is that necessary on a weapon like this. In fact, I just think something like Radar ends up being the best, or maybe Targeting Adjuster. It really is up to you. It's a really rounded weapon with some really interesting new roles and builds, so I definitely recommend trying to get your hands on one. Granted, right now it's looking like RNG, they're not really the most grindable weapons, but you could get the curated by killing HVTs in Gambit Prime. So thank you so much, but that's going to be the end of my post commentary, and I'm going to leave you with some of the awkward comms from some of our comp games today.
Go figure so much.
Died to burn.
Balanced.
Suppressed one, down.
You killed me.
Got it.
Nice, you got him. Look at him trying to move.
I'll bubble if I have to.
Can a sentinel kill you out of your bubble?
Nope.
Coming.
Fuck.
Got one. We're capping.
Oh, yeah, he's out of his super. He's coming back to B. Coming back to B. Dave. Alright, they have a slam.
Oh!
Slam's on me. Got him.
Jesus Christ.
I'm coming with another bubble. Should I use it or should I just wait?
Not yet.
No, we're good. We're good. We're good.
Oh, there's a guy on me, dude. I had no. There's one hit on me. You had to be weak. And you guys had to have shot him. I didn't know.
Back up, Astro. If they push us, I got them.
Yeah.
Arrow push me.
There's two right here. I suppress.
I'm
Let me know if you tag any.
No, didn't.
As always, thank you all so much for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, share the video with your friends, do whatever you want, join my Discord, go to any of my social medias, follow me there to see when I'm updating, posting stuff, going live. It's up to you. If you're still here, go watch something else, I guess, because clearly you're trying to watch me still. I don't know, man. Have a good day.